This is Angie Shanahan, is it?
Yes, that's it. From Argentina, from ESPN.
And yesterday you had a really nice interview that I felt fortunate to watch.
Yeah.
So, and that was with?
Was with Kelly Slater, the #1 surfing, and I felt really comfortable, and he's a very great guy, really. Yeah. I like it very much.
Did you have a lot of ideas about what questions to ask before?
I had some questionnaire, a previous questionnaire just for the main questions, I mean, and then the other was, but I didn't read any question. It was like thing of the moment, you know, like a chat, you say, una charla.
Perfect. That seems so natural when I saw you speaking.
That was the idea, and he's really kind. So he made the thing was like very good. You know?
I saw a good connection, and I think he actually liked your questions.
Yeah, I think too. He enjoyed the interview, actually. Yeah.
I remember two things about that. One, you asked him about food or something.
Food. He said that he cooks. That he cooks at home, and that was very interesting for me, so that's why I go on asking about that. And he said that he likes cooking and that he likes seafood, and that's really funny.
Because he was sort of happy to talk about that.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you were curious about if he learned a lot of different ways of cooking from traveling the world. Does he have a favorite type of food or something?
He said yes, but he said that seafood was his favorite food, type of food, and that he at home he cooks wherever it has. He opens the, you know, the what do you say, the
refrigerator?
Yeah, the refrigerator. Wherever he finds, he does something.
Aha, like a magician.
Yeah.
And another thing he said, you asked him about the difference between surfing big waves and small waves.
Yeah.
And he said something that I remember, and I want to know if I remember it correctly.
So.
He said it was like being claustrophobic and being stuck in a very small space and not being able to change
something like
or
that.
do anything that and that you can't do anything, you don't know how it's going to go. And
say about that,
the 40-foot waves or something. That's
he's
pretty
really brave, and he was talking about the waves here in Huntington Beach, and the previous day, the first week the waves weren't so good, and then they were like better, and he was really kind. I think he speaks about what you say. No, I can't remember exactly, but
Well, I like that claustrophobic thing, because I guess you're in this room, the tube, and then it's just closing, and am I going to ever get out? But that's the closest to understanding what it is to surf a 40-foot wave I'll ever get, because
me neither.
I would never surf one unless it was by accident.
Actually, I'm so scared about the ocean. I'm just, when I go on holidays or vacations to the beach, I just go inside for a second and go back to the sand.
Do you think something's in the water?
I don't like so much.
Okay, well I think...
I'm afraid about sharks and things. He also said that sometimes he felt afraid about sharks and crocodiles, he said.
Yes, when I heard him say crocodiles, that spun my world. I went, are you kidding? Crocodiles?
I've been other places in the world, like Indonesia or some Hawaii maybe.
Right.
But I don't know where else.
Well, there's no crocodiles in Hawaii. I can say I lived in Hawaii for 7 years.
There are no.
And no crocodiles.
Okay, so
no poisonous snakes, no poisonous things. But they do have tiger sharks, and they do get hungry. But it's interesting. So did anything else surprise you in your interview with him?
Everything surprised me, and because it was my first time that I interviewed him, and actually he seems to be very kind, and he was very kind. I like that very much, and he has beautiful beautiful eyes, and I say that to him. I said, you have beautiful eyes. And he smiled and said, oh, you too. This was funny.
Well, that's why he kept looking at you so much during the interview. And you have a good smile too. So, did you have a lot of surf experience yourself? I mean,
no.
So
yeah, it's my first time in a surfing, competition. This is my first time. The US Open is my first time here, so it was very nice. Yeah.
I think your questions were more human.
Yeah.
They were more natural because they were not technical about surfing. They were human interest.
My interviews are trying to be that way because I always think that everyone asks him about surfing, about the competition, and I want to know Kelly Slater as a person, That's what I really interested in. So I want to know if he cooks, if he is a romantic guy, if he, plays the guitar, or what music he listens, and that's why I like those kind of questions.
So did you ask him about the music?
I can't remember if I asked him, because I asked him about acting, because he acts in Baywatch. He was younger, and he told me about that, about him being an actor. And he preferred to be a surfer. Yeah, definitely.
Well, so where is that interview going to be posted?
It's going to be for a TV show for Latin America. That it will be called X Games Latin America, because we went first to X Games and then here to a US Open, and it will be in all Latin America television.
So it will probably be available on the website, ESPN site. You just have to search for that.
I think they
have to cut the show together, right?
Yes, I will send you anyway.
I'd love to see that.
That would be nice.
And do you have? Are you a main reporter, or you work for that show?
I live in Rosario. It's a town very close to Buenos Aires.
Right.
And I'm a reporter, but this is like my first big job, with ESPN.
Well,
I'm very happy.
Are you an athlete too?
No, I play football.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm a soccer girl.
So you have. Well, I like
sports
your interview, and if you like sports, then you're working for the right network, right?
Of course, yeah. I hope I stay here for a long time.
Yeah, so...
And I will be back next year to a US Open, for sure.
So what's next for Angie Shanahan?
What's next? I think X Games winter in Aspen, I hope.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and then, I don't know.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Could be Paris, could be Bali.
Of course.
Well, thank you so much for
thank you very much.
This.
And I want the pictures you took me, please.
I will. I'm going to send them to you really quickly.
Okay.
I haven't been on my computer.
Sorry about my English. I promise next year will be so much better. But well, I'm learning.
Promise me one thing. Promise me you'll always have a nice accent.
Yeah, of course. This is my accent. It will always be the same.
Well, for SurfGeekTV, I'm not going to be on camera because it's just much better to have you on camera.
Okay.
Aloha.
Aloha, un saludo para todos.